If a Brexit happens, Ireland may be well placed to benefit from investment leaving the UK. Andrew Harker, Markit. Andrew, some say Ireland's better than anticipated economic rebound has everything to do with the UK. But what's your take on productivity in Ireland at present? And with political concerns at home and away, what are the biggest challenges ahead?
I think it's fair to give some credit to the domestic market as well in Ireland. What we've seen with our services PMI data has been really strong, suggesting that some of that's largely due to the domestic market. We've also had a look at our Visa Consumer Spending Index, and that's been looking really strong from a consumer point of view. Retail sales are up 10% year on year, and there's been real improvements in the labour market. The unemployment rate coming down on a consistent basis, and real wages rising. So I think certainly the UK has been a source of growth, but the domestic market has been improving quite steadily as well. In terms of challenges, I think there's obviously a lot of talk at the moment about weakness in the global economy, and that's a key challenge for every country, particularly with weakness in emerging markets, and then sort of now feeding through potentially into domestic markets, into developed markets as well, such as the US, which we saw some real weakness in their PMI numbers last week. Also, alongside sort of general economic weakness, you've also got politics is always going to play a role, unfortunately, and so the potential for domestic political instability is there after the general election results last week. Sort of suggest that obviously the previous government won't be able to reform itself, so we're going to have a period of sort of mild uncertainty there. And then you've also got what everyone seems to be talking about at the moment, the EU referendum in the UK, which again is going to have a big impact on Ireland, and so they're another challenge going forward on the political side of things.
On Thursday, we have the latest figures due to be released from Ireland. There have been concerns raised that Ireland's rebound, however, is unbalanced, that the economy may grow out with its potential. The word overheating has also reared its head once again. But does this ring true to you?
And you've got to remember that Ireland had such a sharp downturn, and we're still really kind of in the rebound from that. And so I don't think we're really at the overheating stage just yet. In terms of sort of whether it's a broad-based recovery or not, I know a lot of people talk about whether Dublin is the only sort of part of Ireland seeing growth, and outside of Dublin maybe people are struggling a bit more. Again, if we look at the PMI data, we certainly did see on our regional data that Dublin outperformed the rest of Ireland at the start of the recovery, but since then it kind of has sort of widened out, and the rest of Ireland has caught up. So we're seeing, in our data at least, solid growth across the board, really. And so from that point of view, it doesn't look too unbalanced at this stage.
In the event of a Brexit, some have suggested Ireland would benefit from re-adopting sterling. It's been an eventful week for both the pound and the shared currency, but what are your thoughts on this, and what is your outlook for the pair?
Well, clearly the UK market, as we mentioned earlier, is very important for the Irish economy, and so any sort of political upheaval or economic upheaval there is going to impact greatly on the Irish economy. I think there's potential opportunities as well in terms of investment. Maybe Ireland would be well placed to benefit from any investment leaving the UK if the so-called Brexit would occur. In terms of sort of the near-term outlook, I think from looking at the PMI data, we're just looking at a positive near-term outlook, really, and there's nothing really in what we're seeing to suggest too many worries on the near horizon, aside from the sort of the wider economic issues that we mentioned earlier. There has been some sort of a little slight slowdown in manufacturing in recent months, but hopefully that will reverse itself. We'll have to wait and see. In terms of the UK, that has seen sort of a bit of more of a pronounced slowdown in February with the PMI data. So that's maybe a bit of a worry. But going back to Ireland, I think generally the economic picture looks quite strong at the moment, and so we'd look for that to continue. And you mentioned GDP out on Thursday. I think we'd look for that to be showing some more strong growth and positive indications to the path of the Irish economy going forward.
Andrew, thank you for your insights. Well, viewers, also on the site we have a look at the latest Chinese data and our commodities corner, so keep clicking back to Dukascopy TV. Bye for now.